Hello. So we're in week 6, and I don't know about you, but this seems to have become a bit of a norm for us. We've got into a routine, and we have also managed to escape out of our 4 walls by going to Kent to sort out Kevin's mum's house. Because if you remember, she went into a home just after the isolation started because she was found wandering into her neighbour's garden at 4 a.m. in the morning. So it's been good to spend some time in a different 4 walls and see that there is life happening outside and there is still lots of traffic on the motorways. One of the things that Kevin and I have decided to do while we've got all this extra time was to join the HTB marriage course online. It's a new updated version and we've been thinking of doing it so that we could run one in the church. But to be honest, we also thought it would be good for us to do it as a couple. Also, the course is free during the COVID-19 and starts every Monday. So if any of you want to book online, I'd recommend it. It's an opportunity to fine-tune your relationship with each other, because I'm sure by now you may have noticed a few areas in your marriage that might need a bit of reviving. But if not, then well done. You've got a great marriage. Anyway, one of the points raised on this course was about the importance of nurturing relationships. I know some of you will be single listening to this, but just indulge me for a while because I want to look at this from an all relationships point of view. I believe we were created to be relational people, made in God's image, and that's why God sent his only son to earth to show us God's character and his loving side. I know I keep going on about the film series The Chosen, which you can download as an app or go onto the website www.thechosen. But what comes through in this series is the character of Jesus, how relational he is, how he enjoys being with people, how he really gets people, understands them. He laughs with them, cries with them, and generally has fun. When I finish watching an episode, I come away and think, oh, he's so lovely. I want him as my friend too. In the HTB Marriage Handbook, it says, nurturing involves seeking to meet each other's emotional needs for affection, encouragement, support and comfort, etc. It's as though there's an empty space inside us that needs to be filled up with another person's love and attention. When we are known intimately, when we are loved by another, we are no longer alone. The space inside us is filled up. The way to keep filling this space inside is by recognizing and meeting each other's emotional needs. We are made for close relationships, and we all have a longing to be known and to be loved by another person. In my journal after that session, I wrote these words. The way to keep filling this space inside of us that craves love and attention is by recognizing and meeting each other's emotional needs. Study each other and recognize each other's needs. Often our partner's needs and desires will be different from our own. And discover what matters to your partner. Otherwise, we tend to give what we like to receive ourselves. In Philippians 2, verses 3-4, it says, don't push your way to the front. Don't sweet talk your way to the top. Put yourself aside and help others get ahead. Don't be obsessed with getting your own advantage. Forget yourselves long enough to lend a helping hand. As I was thinking about this, I thought we're all inherently selfish as human beings. We want, we crave, we desire. I need this, I need that. And some days I can be more needy than other days, depending on how I'm doing on that day. But what Paul is saying in Philippians is that when we put others' needs first and give to them instead of ourselves, we actually feel more fulfilled. And from this, the other person feels that you love and care about them, and then responds in a positive way, in turn loving you back. And this grows the relationship. This doesn't just apply in marriage, it applies in all friendships and other close relationships. I went to think about how our church, our body of believers, would look to the outside world if we had really close, loving relationships and always put others first. They'd want to join us, wouldn't they? But we need to be proactive in this, and we need to make the first move in our relationship with others. Last week, a lovely member of our congregation made some cakes and went out in her car and delivered them to various people, just to cheer them up, because she could see by their comments on social media that they were feeling a bit low or just needed to know that someone cared. This is putting others first. We need to discover what matters to our partners, our best friends, our neighbours, and ask Jesus, how can we be more loving to them and build stronger bonds? Also, quoting my daughter again, she's given me permission. She noticed at the end of week 2, she began to feel a bit flat after the euphoria of all the, isolation and getting things organised for the kids. But although she felt flat, her children, instead of becoming naughty and playing up, were lovely about it. They all had an honest chat, and they realised that by Sophie not going out to work, she was less distracted. There were no after-school clubs, so no rushing about. And they did cooking together, and they played lots of games. They had time for each other, and they renewed their relationship with each other. And the children all have better relationships with each other too, and play so much better together without falling out. You might say, well, you don't live with who I live. They are so difficult. Or you might say, I've tried everything. My friend is so tricky at times. I never know how she is going to react. And my neighbour, he's so grumpy. These are just the people we need to watch and study to see what their needs are, and then ask God to show you what to do, what to say, what to give. Do they need more of our undistracted time? In the Relationship HTB Marriage Course Handbook, it says there are areas we each need, and here are a few of them. We need affirmation. We love to be appreciated for who we are. We need approval, being commended for those things that we've done. We need encouragement, being inspired to keep going through, being inspired to keep going, carrying on through your friends and your partners or your children's kind words. We need openness, being honest with each other in all areas of our lives, including our feelings and ideas. It's so lovely to receive presents because they're expressions of thoughtfulness, just like those cakes. And respect, having ideas and opinion considered and valued. And time together, knowing that a person has set aside time to be with you on a regular basis makes you feel cared for. And understanding, knowing that a person is aware of what matters to you. In order to maintain a relationship, whether it's a partner, a friend, or a child, we need to nurture it. Make time for it. Think of all the ways that would make it work better. Go deeper and be more open with each other. There are going to be difficult times and difficult areas in our relationships, especially at a time like now when we are uncertain of our future, and for some who can't actually even meet together physically, that's so hard. But know this, if we stop, consider, and put the other person first before us, give to their needs first, it will be a much better relationship. Bless you. Have a lovely day.